We decided to celebrate Christmas this year with a big adventure by traveling to 9 different countries in 9 days to visit 9 of the best Christmas markets in all of Europe.
Is life being any better right now?
We knew this wouldn't be easy, but it's been a bit more challenging than we expected.
We're running for a train that we don't even know if we can get on.
We might be taking an Uber to Austria.
Why does it always have to be like this?
Doesn't every great adventure come with a little drama though? So far, we indulged in Belgian fries, waffles, chocolate, and beer in Brussels, survived the craziest run in Salzburg, and enjoyed some amazing Glühwein in Nuremberg. In Strasbourg, the markets were filled with gorgeous lights, French cheese, and champagne.
What do I do to deserve this life that we get to live?
Then Basel had even more cheese, including this hollowed out baguette filled with fondue. And next we flew over the Alps to Budapest to see if it lived up to the hype.
So fun.
We only have 3 days left in this Christmas market sprint, and for our last 3 countries, we decided to really switch it up.
Okay, so far we have taken a train, plane, and automobiles. And for our last one, we're taking a
Best Christmas market reveal yet. We hope you enjoy this final episode and stick around till the end where we rank all of the markets that we visited and bestow the Kara and Nate Best Christmas Market in Europe award to our favorite.
Day 7, we're up our way to head to the train station. It is almost snowing this morning.
Almost.
And by that I mean it's raining. Prague is a 6-hour train ride away, so we are heading to the station to catch one of the first trains out this morning so we can have as much time as possible at the Christmas market this evening.
How different is this compared to last night? We went from not being able to breathe to being the only ones on the street.
Wow, look at this train station.
Not running.
I think this is our first train of the trip that's actually left on time.
It's a big moment for the journey. And the snow is beautiful. It actually started snowing. This is without a doubt my favorite train ride yet.
Now we need is a coffee. Got him.
Walking between all of these train doors with one hand is gonna be interesting.
Dropped a lid.
It's real espresso.
So it has been like a sauna in here. And I think we just switched to a new country and a new train attendant came in. She opened the windows and gave everybody a cold bottle of water. Best train ride ever. Seven hours later, we have arrived in Prague.
I feel so relaxed and rested, ready to conquer the day.
This is how I thought every train ride was gonna go. And then we just gotten off every other one and completely exhausted and frazzled. Okay, from here we have a 15-minute walk to our hotel where we'll drop our stuff and then head out to the Christmas markets. Wow, it's huge.
Wow. Check out our view. Oh my gosh.
Okay, packing in our backpacks is the best decision that we could have made for this trip. I cannot imagine running after all these trains, packing, unpacking, moving hotels, going to the airport with our huge suitcases. And these little details aren't really things that we've talked about in this series so far, and I didn't know if anybody cared, but I asked Instagram yesterday for any and all questions related to this Christmas market sprint, and there were actually a lot of great questions. So today, as we explore Prague, we're gonna answer a few of them. What we brought on this trip and what we've been wearing.
It all fits into this little bag, or if you're Kara, the top of this rolls and expands, and Kara's is now like this tall.
Well, it depends on how many of my clothes are on my body. We packed the bare minimum and we still packed too much. So base layer when going out, cheap pair of insulated pants and a top and wool socks.
T-shirt, sweatshirt, pants, jacket. It has been just above freezing almost every single day of this trip, and we have been so comfortable.
I bought these cute jeans that are like wide leg and like flared, like I wore in like 4th grade, but apparently these are cool again. Seem to fit in with all the young kids at the markets. And then I have one like travel day, slightly more comfy outfit.
Completely unnecessary.
And then obviously toiletries, our electronics, cameras. That's it. I also have one glove. I lost the other one in Salzburg. Is that sunshine?
I think this is the first time that we have seen the sunshine in 7 days. We have arrived here at the perfect time. It's golden hour and everything looks stunning.
It looks like there's a filter on the entire city. This is definitely helping the vibe score.
I think the sunlight's doing something to my brain. As you can probably tell by the amount of people, this bridge that we're walking across now is probably the most iconic landmark in all of Prague. It is called the St. Charles Bridge. It is the 2nd oldest bridge in the entire country, and it is almost 700 years old. It is stunningly beautiful, especially at sunset, so I understand why everyone's gathered here. In the last video, I said that Strasbourg is gonna be hard to beat, but Prague might just do it.
I'm loving Prague.
It's a little unfair though. I'm very biased towards this city because it was one of the first cities that we ever visited in Europe. So it's very nostalgic. I really enjoyed looking through all the cheesy photos that we took the first time we were here.
They're awful.
No,
No,
they're cute.
awful.
We've made our way back down to the Old Town Market, which is the main market in Prague, and it is stunning.
The tree has so many lights. There are carolers, and it smells like cinnamon and Glühwein. I am so happy. This is our 7th day in a row of rounding the corner into a square and seeing it for the first time, and this one just blew my mind.
The tree has just drawn us in like bugs to a light. We were just gravitating towards it like everyone else.
Okay, this is a new experience. He said we should put berries in it. First things first.
Official Glühwein test. It comes in paper cups, which is a strike against Prague.
Whoa.
It's different.
Can I try yours?
Oh yeah, you got the rosé.
Yeah.
Whoa, they're so different. This is way sweeter.
Yeah, I feel like it's a nice change.
Not the best, not the worst. Thank you.
You're welcome. So we walked by a stall that was selling heaps of cheese and these little cheese. Expectations are high. Oh my gosh. This is cheese. The best way I can describe it is grilled halloumi, but smoked.
So salty and delicious.
I love Prague.
There are angels on stilts. I don't know if this is just 3 guys having fun on stilts or if this is a Czech tradition that I don't know about. En route to one of the smaller local markets, we've ended up in the 2nd biggest one in the city, which is below the National Museum, and it just takes up this entire giant square. They've got live music on one side, a huge Christmas tree in the middle. Prague is doing Christmas markets right.
We've made it to the local market. It is much more intimate, and there are no lines.
If you missed the last video, I waited 30 minutes to get a chimney cake when we were in Budapest, and so we're comparing the two. I think I'm gonna wait 30 seconds for this one. Somebody has to do the hard work of comparing the chimney cakes in Prague to the chimney cakes in Budapest.
Oh, wow, that's huge.
Thank you. Wow. This is a big moment for me. Because in 2014, we came to the Christmas market here and I saw these chimney cakes and it was just out of the budget to buy one. And so to have the opportunity to have this 2 days in a row and compare it between 2 different countries just for fun is just a reminder that life is good. But I will say, I would trade all the chimney cakes in the world to be able to see these cities again with my eyes for the first time. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still love it. I still appreciate it. It's a privilege to be able to go to all of these places, but like, you just can only have that first time feeling once, and I want it again. I'm just gonna cry into my chimney cake. So we've made it back down to the main market in the Old Town, and every day of this trip, as we're going to whatever country we're traveling to that day, I make a list of foods that we're supposed to eat at the market, which brings me to one of the questions that we've been asked.
Do all the Christmas markets feel the same after a while? Kinda.
Each country has its own vibe, but for the most part, in the market, especially the food, is all starting to feel the same on day 7. At this point, after a week of Christmas markets, we've learned that the staple foods are sausage in every form. Langos, which is the big fried pancake things that we've been eating, chimney cakes, fried potato pancakes, and then like gingerbread, sweet Christmas things. And then they all have mulled wine, they all have souvenirs. So I'd say like choose the city that you want to go to, and then the Christmas market will probably be pretty good.
What we're trying to say is you can't really go wrong. Before we go any further, I want to say a huge thank you to AG1 for sponsoring this video and for supporting our channel for so long. It's been over 3 years now. And honestly, having AG1 as a sponsor feels like cheating to me because we genuinely love it and don't go anywhere without it. I know it can be a little hard to tell sometimes, but Nate and I actually do care about our health and do our best to take care of our bodies through our diet, but traveling full time can make that kind of tricky, especially during the holidays. I'm sure some of you can relate. Which is why I'm extra thankful for AG1 supporting my whole body health all year long, but especially this time of year. AG1 is such a simple and easy part of our daily routine that supports things like our gut health, our focus and energy levels, our stress, and our immunity. And that's all thanks to the essential vitamins and high quality ingredients that they pack into just one serving of AG1. Before I tried it, I was a little skeptical. It kind of looks like it would taste like a blended salad and not very yummy, but I was extremely pleasantly surprised. It tastes nothing like salad. It's much more sweet and light and less green tasting than it looks. We actually love it. So treat yourself this holiday season. If you haven't tried AG1, now is the time. If you use our link below, you'll get the shaker, the jar that we use back home, and 5 of these travel packs, which we stuff in our suitcases when we're gone. Plus, it doesn't end there. Which pocket is it in?
It's a Christmas miracle.
You'll also get a free 1-year supply of D3K2 drops with your first purchase. I don't think you'll regret it. Merry Christmas. Back to the video.
Good morning. It is day 8. I've lost a bit of my voice. We're heading to the airport.
Very sad to be leaving Prague today. This is the most I wanted to stay in a city the whole trip.
Even the airport is decorated for Christmas.
All right, we are mixing it up today. We are heading to a place that I don't think we could train to if we want it, to experience our first Scandinavian Christmas market.
Busy morning at the airport.
I feel like we're back in Budapest. I'm joking. I'm joking. Very exciting morning. We may or may not make this flight. So one of the questions that we've gotten in many different forms is, are you tired? I would say every morning until about 10 a.m. when my 3rd cup of coffee is sunk in, I'm asking myself, what in the world are we doing? And then by the end of the day, we've gotten to see a new city and I've woken up and it all feels worth it.
I think we're last.
Based on that tell, any idea where we're going?
Made it.
Didn't know how much I love train travel.
We just can't be pleased.
We're tired, okay?
Besättningen vid norra planet har varit att det trivs med oss trevligt fortsättning på dagen. Tack och välkommen åter.
We have made it to the country that claims to be the home of Santa Claus and also the home of a little known event called the wife carrying competition. We're winning! We're winning! Welcome to Finland.
I was not prepared for this. I'm wearing leggings. What are you doing over there?
Just booking a hotel. Standing at the desk.
Well, I think we've officially lost our minds. Just showed up at the front desk and said that we were checking in, and turns out we didn't even book it. We just showed up and said we're here.
Is there anywhere to buy a cheap like bathing suit?
I think I might have some if you want tomorrow.
Wow.
Wow.
Didn't think that was going to be an option.
Oh,
Perfect. I love those. Thank you so much.
So please return them back to the front desk.
Okay,
yeah,
no
for
problem.
sure.
He was the best.
He was awesome. He gave me a swimsuit at reception.
Nice. Well, I'm glad that worked out.
Pretty good.
Okay, we decided we should put our rental bathing suits to use, and we have come down to the harbor to partake in the Finnish tradition of sauna.
Sauna.
And hope that we can sweat out some of the grease and sugar that we've been eating for the last week. This place looks epic. You excited?
I think so.
Cute one piece. Wait. So that's a sauna, and this water is the temperature of the water in the harbor. We're gonna warm up in here and then jump in there. Oh, wow. Oh yeah. Wow, it's warm in here. Not a bad view.
3, 2, 1.
Oh.
This way?
No, other way. Oh my goodness. Right. All right, we waited till we hit the full body sweat. Oh, I don't want to do this. Go. Classic, show me up. Get to a ladder!
I can't breathe.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's just as cold as it looks.
Yeah. Breathe. Proud of you. My feet.
Yeah,
They're so cold. Oh my gosh. I think that's the worst. The worst / best.
It's really not.
Yeah, I've ever done. Yes. I plunged at the North Pole. Oh, back in we go. This is about to be the best Christmas market reveal yet. I love it. I still get all these warm, fuzzy feelings inside when I see it for the first time.
From up here, I can already tell you that this is the smallest and least crowded market that we've been to in the last 8 days. And I'm pretty sure this is the only market going on in the city. So it's a completely different feel from what we've been experiencing in Central Europe.
Looks like we have several options for blue wine, which I think they call glögg here in Finland.
Glöggi.
Glöggi. We have assessed the situation and decided that this stall has the best looking blue wine pots, but really there are like 50 that are all selling blue wine.
All of this. Blue wine as far as I can see.
The best is actually the Jäger. The Jäger is those what you drink in the Alps when you're skiing. So you have this one with the schnapps. So on a shot on top. That's nice.
Okay, one regular and one with the schnapps.
And one Jäger, exactly. Here you go. This is the normal one.
Okay.
And this is the Jäger.
Thank
This
you.
keeps you warm.
Cheers. Our second to last market.
Oh, I'm already feeling like all of the last day blues.
By far, the best one yet.
100%.
Yours is, it's unfair. You put Jaeger in that one.
Okay.
I like mine better.
Holy cow.
It's amazing.
Okay.
So spicy, so cinnamony.
Is Helsinki the best market in the world?
It's so different here.
I don't know what it
The
is.
vibe is cozy. Probably the biggest difference is we're sitting inside like a little food and drink garden, and you have to stand here to drink your wine, which does totally change the experience, but man is it good.
It's really good. I'm so
And
happy.
it's snowing.
It's our first snowy Christmas market.
Cheers.
Prost. Honestly, this is the happiest that I've been in 8 days. There are so many veggie options to choose from that I don't even know what to get. I'm scared I'm gonna get too full before I get to try them all. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I just ordered a veggie pie. That's what it's called. This feels more like kind of like a gyro. It's like a pie crust that's in the shape of a taco. We're gonna call it a Nordic taco, or a naco for short. Apparently there is a vegan bratwurst somewhere underneath all these beautiful toppings. The naco's 10 out of 10. The pie crust looks like it's stuffed with some herbs. Ah, here we go. Our first bratwurst of the trip, made out of veggies. It is so good. You're not gonna believe it.
Honestly, it kind of tastes like a chalupa from Taco Bell.
Hello. One popped
papu pata vegan macarala.
And it comes with bread. Thank you.
Oh, wooden spoons.
She's easy to please. Just give her some veg food and wooden spoons.
Thank you. All right, next up, this is what I assume is a traditional Finnish stew called papu pata. Looks like a rich, creamy, delicious broth filled with beans, veggies, and little potato cubes. Stop. It is so good. It's a little spicy.
It also came with red.
Tastes like chili, but less tomatoey.
Whoa. Thank you.
Whoa. It's like 10 pounds. 2 years ago, we went to the country of Georgia, and it blew us away. Their food was insane. The people were amazing. They had this one specific dish called khachapuri. It was basically like the shape of a football filled with cheese, and that's what we thought we were getting.
This just looks like a bad cheese pizza, if we're being honest.
It doesn't taste the same as it did in Georgia, but how could you go wrong with grilled cheese?
Cheese is pretty good.
Really good.
I didn't want to like it. As we made our way around the market, we realized everyone had a bowl of white stuff. So we asked someone what it was, and they told us it's a traditional Christmas rice pudding. It also had the longest line, and it was the cheapest. There were no savory toppings to go on top, but they had sugar and cinnamon, apples, and then some kind of plum sauce. So I did kind of like a weird hybrid mixture of the three. It's just like oatmeal with less taste. I can see why this is popular on a cold night here.
This is no doubt the coldest I've been in 8 days. I've had to keep both of my gloves on. Oh gosh.
Are you okay? I'm definitely not the shopper in the relationship, but I will say it feels like this market has a lot less of like your standard Christmas ornaments, like take home souvenirs. So if you've been to several of the other Christmas markets and you wanted to do some shopping that wasn't kind of like your classic Christmas stuff, seems like a good place. Says the guy who doesn't shop. Can I show you the most groundbreaking thing that I've seen at any Christmas market? Are you ready for this? Free toilets with no line.
When I asked Instagram for some questions about the markets, a shocking amount of people asked about bathrooms. It's not something I worry about when I travel, but I feel like a lot of people worry about like where to go to the bathroom in other countries. And to me, it's like everybody pees, everybody has toilets, but it's actually been quite hard.
If you come to Europe, especially to like a crowded place like a Christmas market or the middle of a big city, expect to pay to use the toilet.
Yeah, like they make it easy, obviously, but it is just annoying. Like even if it's only like 25 cents, it's just like,
I think I can hold it.
Yeah. Thank you. I got it. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. And the mug is so cute. I can add it to my collection. So there's been some confusion about how the mugs work. At 4 of the 8 markets that we've been to so far, you basically spend, let's say, 10 euros on a glühwein in a mug. You walk around all night, you drink out of it. It's amazing. At the end of the night, you return the mug and you get 5 euros back. Or you let them keep the 5 euros and you get a super treat mug. Like, that's a steal. It's the only souvenir that I've bought the whole time. And they're taking up a lot of room in my backpack, but I think it's gonna be worth it. This is so good.
Well, that is a first. We officially saw every stall at the entire market. It's the first one that's been small enough and uncrowded enough to be able to say that.
I bought my first souvenirs besides mugs. I spent a lot of money on some natural skincare.
A magic potion.
With a potion created by nuns hundreds of years ago with all natural ingredients. So if I'm glowing tomorrow, you'll know why.
I actually did some research. 4% of the US is vegetarian, so I realized how unrelatable all of this is. As far as like veg food options, this is by far the best.
Good morning.
Oh, got my underwear.
We are packing up to go to our last country of this trip.
I mean, oh, I don't know how to feel. I'm so confused.
Before I pack up all of my mugs, I thought I would show you the collection that I have so far. We have day 2 in Salzburg, day 3 in Nuremberg, day 4 in Strasbourg, day 5 in Basel, and of course, last night in Helsinki. It's gonna be a miracle if we get all of these back to Tennessee.
It's gonna be a miracle if we make it to our next country because we're running late.
What else is new? I'm putting all my layers on. Like, there's no telling.
You are going to regret that. All right, I'm gonna go downstairs and check us out and return the bathing suits, and I'll meet you in the lobby.
Okay. I just have to share. We met the sweetest girl in, where were we?
Prague.
And she gave me this tote bag that doubles as a backpack. How cool. I don't even think I got your name, but thank you. I love it, and I've already been using it. Okay. Always rushing me. I have 2 minutes. I'm filling my water bottle. Let's go. This Hilton is gorgeous.
Whoa, baby, it's cold.
Wish you had your long johns on, right?
Okay, so far we have taken a train, plane, and automobiles. And for our last one, we're taking a ferry. As you can probably tell from this series, it's more about the journey than the destination, and I am oddly excited about this. Are you gonna say it or am I? Feels like we're back in Budapest. I don't know what I expected, but this is much bigger.
It's like a cruise ship. The country that this ferry is taking us to, in my head, is so far away from Finland, but really it's just right there. It's such a different place. It's going to be so different. This is awesome. People are drinking champagne at 10 in the morning.
I thought we were gonna be in seats right next to other people on a little bitty boat, and I was gonna be seasick. There's a baby grand piano. There's a casino.
I'm gonna say it, you were right. I did not need my thermals. I'm sweating. It is very comfortable. So many food options. Now we're at the pub.
This is more of what I expected.
I found the Burger King. So crazy. Are we on a boat? At this point, I'm a little nervous that the ferry might actually be more fun than the Christmas market.
This must be a summer hangout spot. Back in 2017, we went to the Baltics for the very first time and fell in love with Estonia.
This ship is taking us 2 hours to Tallinn to experience our first Baltic Christmas market. So I could not think of a more perfect place to end this insane 9-day journey. Okay, let's get back inside. You don't need to push. We spent most of the ferry ride putting the finishing touches on episode 2, which if you haven't seen yet, you should definitely go back and watch because Strasbourg is in the running for our favorite Christmas market of this entire trip. Tallinn looks epic and it's covered in snow. I am so excited to go explore the city. Wow, I have such mixed emotions right now. I want to be like, yeah, we've almost done it. It's almost over because if we're being honest, this was a challenge, but at the same time, it's been amazing and I don't want it to be over.
Ooh, cozy.
How are you guys? Everything's good?
Very excited about the Christmas market.
First time?
Yes.
Oh, it's nice. You should visit it. It's very nice.
Back in Tallinn.
It is absolutely crazy what a 2-hour ferry ride can do to prices. The one on the way to the ferry port this morning cost 40 euros. That one cost 7.
No, 460. 460 euros.
All right, my tennis shoes just have to make it one more day.
Yes, I love it. This bed is huge.
And we're sleeping together. I feel like you have to look out the window to truly appreciate this place.
I love Estonia. Okay.
Didn't sound great.
You know, I like it. It's cute. Oh my gosh, there's a naked woman. Completely naked. All the parts.
So before we head into our last market of the trip, we're gonna hike up to a castle to get a view over the entire city.
It's my name.
Mart.
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 What's your name?
Kara.
Kara. Please, 1 second, 1 second.
Okay.
Your name, please, for memory.
Yeah.
United States.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Mark doesn't know that we have a strict no idiot restaurants that try to draw you in policy.
He was very nice. He kissed my hand. That has not happened on this trip yet. Wow, look at this church.
So that church reminds me a lot of the ones that we saw in Russia. And Estonia was actually part of the Soviet Union until it collapsed. This has been so fun. And the city is stunning. And that's not just a personal opinion. I mean, it is an opinion. But the old city as a whole is actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site because it's such a well-preserved medieval city. And being up here, seeing all the snow-colored roofs. Roofs or roofs? Roofs. Also, this is like the main viewpoint to come see the city, and look how many people are up here. Like 4. Shall we head down? I think our night's gonna end soon if we stay up here in the wind. I don't even know where we are, but we just ended up in the dreamiest little park with a Christmas tree right in the middle, all to ourselves. An 800-year-old castle over there.
Goes without saying, I'm obsessed with this street and all the Christmas lights. This is like the main shopping street.
Can we just cut back and compare this to the shopping street in Strasbourg?
But what's crazy is like, even though there are all these like modern shops, like they're in these medieval, super old, moody buildings. And I love the contrast.
Going to all the busiest markets first has given me such an appreciation for these last 2 that we visited, these small, like more intimate ones that have less of a crowd. I think if we would have come here first, I would have like needed that big Christmas market fix that I might not have gotten, but now I'm just like, wow. Small, intimate, cozy, medieval.
One market, 10,000 steps max.
It is officially time to hit the market. I feel like I've just kind of been stalling all afternoon because I knew once we went that that was the last one. Oh. And I kind of don't want it to be over.
I'm exhausted.
I can't believe it.
Last blue wine.
I'll be fine if I don't have this for a long time. Oh, that's good stuff.
They're really doing things different here. We got something called Old Tallinn style, where they add liquor to the glühwein wine, bringing it from a 15% to a 21%.
This is strong stuff.
And to top it all off, we put a spoonful of nuts, raisins, and dried bananas.
Bananas?
Yes.
I was wondering what was floating around in there. I would say it's number 2, right behind Helsinki. We saved the best 2 for last.
Agreed.
So Finland is the home country of Santa, but apparently Santa has a vacation home here in Estonia because he is waiting inside this hut to talk to all the kids at the market. I've never felt creepier filming a shot before. It is just crazy how different these last 2 markets have been. This would have never worked at the busier Christmas markets that we were at. The line would have been hours to see Santa, and now there's like 5 kids lined up to talk to him. And look at this setting. We are inside a UNESCO World Heritage Site. There's a stage there. I'm assuming they sing Christmas carols there on the weekend.
I don't need anything else, except for
Food.
So, I'll take lunch. Absolutely. Where are you from? Tennessee, the United States.
Oh, cool. I love Tennessee.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce what we just ordered. Google.
Kuuslaukuleivät.
Not only is it covered in actual garlic chunks, but then you dip it in a garlic sauce.
Wow,
Oh my
that
God.
is insane. There are at least 4 garlic cloves in there.
I kid you not, this stall was covered with garlic garlands. These are my people.
Kara and Nate never kissed again. Just don't breathe out.
Can we just get a plate of potatoes and cabbage?
And now for the main event. The national dish of Estonia is blood sausage. So I think typically blood sausage would come on top of this. However, we have ordered the 2 side dishes that look so good. Fried potatoes on one half and cabbage soaked in beer. And on top of that, the plate is actually bread. The cabbage is awesome. It's like sauerkraut, but with a ton of flavor. I mean, fried potatoes, I'm no stranger to, but we'll see how these stack up.
10 out of 10.
It tastes like a salty, thick paper plate. It is snowing so hard right now. This is amazing.
I'm so happy.
All right. My fingers are about to freeze off. But before we call it a night, the time has come to rank the best Christmas market in all of Europe based off the ones we visited.
Didn't think it was gonna be this hard, but I just want you to know, we took our job very seriously and we have a spreadsheet where we've been taking notes.
Somebody's got to do it.
Before we begin, I would just like to make it very clear that you can't go wrong in our experience when it comes to Christmas markets in Europe.
They've all been amazing.
They're all special in their own way.
Except for Budapest.
Yes. If you are trying to plan your trip to Christmas markets in Europe next year, it does not matter which one you choose as far as the Christmas markets go.
Choose the city that you're most interested in.
Look for a city that there are other things outside of the market that you're excited about doing, because you can do a market in one evening.
It's a few hours of entertainment at night, maybe. Hello. Okay, so before we get into the spreadsheet and the rankings, we thought it would be fun to give some superlatives, just of like favorites. Favorite food. This is from the last 9 days, not just this episode.
Okay, if I'm being honest, the one that just like pops in my head every time, the baguette filled with melted
that's
cheese.
what you were gonna say. That is my number 2. My number 1 also came from Basel. The fried apple donuts in Basel were the best thing that I've put in my mouth in the last 9 days.
100% the happiest I've ever seen you eating a food.
Best Glühwein.
I'm gonna have to say Helsinki.
Last night's Glühwein, 10 out of 10.
Yes!
By far the best. Tonight's was great. Germany's was great. Switzerland's was great. Austria's was great. And the others all held in comparison.
Yes.
Best mugs.
This is very hard for me. I love all of my mugs
Like choosing a
deeply.
favorite child for Kara. Nuremberg's was by far the best.
Really?
Yes!
I was leaning toward Strasbourg.
Yeah, that one has a nice shape.
I like the little shape. Kind of looks like a little teapot. But I also really, really, really loved Salzburg.
If we stand here long enough, she'll find a reason to love all of them. Biggest surprise of the trip. I would say the transportation between places was way more challenging than I thought it was going to be. I thought we were going to hop on a train, show up at another place.
Canceled.
Did you just leave?
It turned into a challenge to get to 9 countries in 9 days.
Yeah.
I would say that Helsinki and Tallinn have surprised me that they've made it to the top of my list. And I expect it so much from Nuremberg in Germany, because I've heard about that market for years, that it could have never lived up to my expectations, but I was a bit disappointed. Highlight of the trip. The Krampus run was by far the thing that I will remember most 20 years from now.
Okay, if you can call that a highlight.
I didn't say most enjoyable. That's all I got. It's time for the reveal. So originally we were ranking all these cities on 3 different categories. We had the Glühwein, the vibe, and the food. I put them all on a spreadsheet, put the numbers in that I thought, and then like how I felt about which one rose to the top and bottom, I didn't really feel like was correct in the end. So I added another category, which was like overall feeling after we left, and I think that made everything kind of rank out where I felt like it should.
Okay.
And based on my spreadsheet, I had 2 cities tied for first. Oh, you have a big book right?
How about I just give you like what I feel like is my top 2.
Okay,
now.
you give me your top 2 and I'll see if they came out in the spreadsheet.
Now I have a top 3. All right. Prague.
It did not make my top 2.
What?
I would agree. I think I would put Prague in the top 2. It just didn't come out that way in the spreadsheet.
Salzburg.
Salzburg is tied for first
Really?
at 36 total.
Wow.
And then Helsinki. I feel wrong about that, because it was just kind of like a small market in the middle of the city. It didn't feel like the entire city was taken over by the Christmas market.
There's something about it.
The vibe was amazing. They had a lot of veg food. The mulled wine was 10 out of 10. It was just...
It just felt like happy and chill and like it should.
And then I have Basel and Prague tied for 3 and 4. There's a lot of recency bias here, but Tallinn might squeeze into the number 3 spot.
Yeah, I have so many thoughts and feelings about it all, but I think at the end of the day, like we said,
it's all just a magical time throughout all of Europe, and I'm so happy we did this trip. Hope you enjoyed our
Thank you for
spreadsheet
watching.
talk.
I feel like Christmas markets is something that we've wanted to do for a really long time. We never felt like it would be super interesting for YouTube, so we decided to sprint through 9 different countries in 9 days. So hopefully that made it a little more fun.
Hope you enjoyed this. Hope it brought you some Christmas cheer.
Gave you some more data if you're planning a trip. Can I say, like, we should end it here, but we're not going to. Because I want to give everybody, if it was my first time ever coming to Christmas markets, what I would do based on this trip.
Oh, that was a big question.
Okay.
In the Q&A.
So, we didn't go to Cologne, but I've heard amazing things about Cologne, and I definitely think it's worth hitting one German Christmas market. So I think fly into Germany, get to Cologne, do a Christmas market in Germany, take the train from Cologne to Strasbourg, do Strasbourg Christmas market in France. Then Colmar is another market that we heard so much about, which is just an hour south of Strasbourg. So do Strasbourg, Colmar, Basel. If you just did those 4, stay for a day or 2 in each one, it would be an epic trip.
Then you gotta fly to Helsinki and then take the ferry to Tallinn.
If you have a week or 8 days, those 4, then fly up here and do these 2.
Yeah.
The perfect trip. Hope that was helpful. If you recreate it, let us know.
I love you.
Love you. It's been fun.
I love you.
Thanks for watching. All right, we gotta turn it off now.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Oh, this is the last video of the year.
We'll miss you. See you in 2024.
We'll be back at like the middle of February. No, sorry, January.
Follow us on Instagram for daily updates and more talking.